Hey, all you cool cats, buckle up because you know what? Unbuckle, because today we're living dangerously. My mama bought me this set of pencils when I was just a baby, Ergosoft, and I haven't used these in about 25 years. But today, we're gonna show them some love. Now, besides the pencils that I have in this case, I also have these matching jumbo pencils. They're all the same colors, but they fit better on my baby fingers. So, what you're looking at here is another combination of some suggestions from my Facebook followers. They said cat and pumpkin, and with my endless well of creativity, I decided to put a cat on a pumpkin. Now, in case you're wondering, these pencils are a little hard and scratchy, but that's okay. That's okay. Together, we're gonna make them go down like butter. We're just gonna apply a little orange layer, and then a red layer, and then another orange layer, and this pumpkin's gonna come to life in no time. But you know, we have to remember, when God gives us lemons, we gotta take those lemons and sell them, so we could buy color pencils. And sometimes we gotta take other people's lemons when they're not looking. Color pencils could be expensive. But until then, these pencils are okay. Any pencils you have around the house you could have fun and color with. You just gotta deal with a little scratching. But speaking of scratching, you know who likes it? That little kitty cat up there. Just thinking about it makes him happy. You know, I really like that terracotta brown. It's so versatile. When you take that and mix it in with some dark brown, it really adds depth to that big old melon head. Without it, it just looks like it doesn't have a back. But now, you could really feel the depth. You know, there's something we need to remember. We color because we want to, not because we have to. Some of us color for mental healing. Others, they color just to pass the time. But for me, I color because it would be a shame if I didn't. But no matter what the reason, just remember, we're coloring because it's fun. As I sit here working on his colors, I can't help but think about the background of this picture. Whatever am I gonna use? I probably won't use green or blue because I really want these colors to pop, give him a little pep in his step. So I'll probably end up going with some kind of an earth tone, like that versatile terracotta. I think that's gonna look real good. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I know y'all been ready for me to color that little kitty, so let's give this little fella some life. Now, I came so close to making him a black cat. I figured it'd be more thematic to have him sitting on top of a pumpkin. But I gotta say, I am just a sucker when it comes to putting down those soft grays and whites. And the most important part is making this little fella happy. Yes, you are. Now, a couple of things to point out right here is I'm using a Thornton blender. I probably should have went a little more aggressive, something like a Kalor or Derwent. Another thing I'm going to point out is it looks really rough right here, but you gotta keep in mind, we're pretty close up to this shot, so we're able to see all the little scruffs and mistakes. But when we back out, it's gonna look a lot smoother than it does now. I'm going to use some of that same green I used in his coat, and I'm going to use it down here at the base. It's going to help tie these two things together. Oh, remember that terracotta? Here it is again. Now, it's from this distance we could see that little kitty up there. He's a lot smoother than he was before when we were all up in his business. From here, we could really see how soft he is. And now, I'm just going to work these two colors back and forth, the terracotta and that mustard yellow. Bringing these two together, layer at a time, I'm going to work them ever so softly. And then I'm adding this nice soft peach to it. This is going to serve as a buffer, a blender if you will. It's going to mix those two colors together seamlessly. And now here's a little trick for you. Because the only pink that this set comes with is a hot pink, I'm going to use that same peach on the ears. It's going to neutralize it. So now it's more of a kitty ear pink. And yes, I saved the best for last. I know why y'all all come here, for the soothing sounds of the blender. That and my melodious voice. And it's about this point you're probably asking yourself, what blender is that he's using? It's the Statler blender. I had no idea it could work such magic. Now, for these eyes, I want that dark brown to ease into the terracotta, so I'm going to use a softer blender, like the Carandash. It's great for blending while maintaining detail. And here we go again, y'all. We're going to jump to yet another blender. This is the Color blender, possibly the most aggressive blender on the market. But what makes it good also makes it dangerous. Anytime you hit those ink lines, there is a good chance you're going to smear them. So just be careful. Now, hold on to yourselves, because I got a little surprise for you. That's right, an alcohol marker. And when I say alcohol, I mean I filled this up with whiskey. I didn't fill it up with whiskey, y'all, that's silly. But I did put rubbing alcohol in here. You see, I'm cheap like that. Anytime I get an old dried out marker, I just fill it up with rubbing alcohol. But let's watch it do its magic. And see all those little dark spots out there? Don't worry about that. That alcohol is going to dry up and it's going to leave these colors seamless. And looky there. We got through it together. We learned a little bit, and most important, we had fun. But don't forget to clean your mess up. If you're like me, the more you color, the more of a mess you make. But we don't want our mamas yelling at us. I hope y'all had as much fun as I did. So until next time, get outside, enjoy some of that fresh air. This cool weather sure is nice. And remember, happiness is the best color.